Welcome to our Discovery Puppet Show. We are excited to present our stories and puppets to you. We have worked really hard the last couple of months. We hope you enjoy them. Our first show is called The Mark Day. It was by Amber and Malia. Introducing Lily, played by Malia, and Pliny, played by Amber.
One sunny day, in the middle of summer, many people gathered for Mark Day. Mark Day is a day where people are to be with a certain group of colors. There are two colors. The colors are red and purple. Purple means that people will be separated from their families. Red means they will stay with their families. Lily and Penate were separated into different groups. Penate went with the purple group, and Lily went to the red group. The next day, Penate was taken away, and Lily followed her so she can rescue her. They walked for hours and hours until finally they reached their destination. When they got there, Lily hid. At night, Lily got Penate, and they had to walk for a long time, but they got lost. Wolves were chasing them, and they had no idea where they were going. After a while, they found their way home. Lily had to change Penate's color so she wouldn't be caught and taken away again. Lily and Penate moved far away with their families so they couldn't get caught, and they lived happily ever after. The end. Welcome back.
Up next is The Magical Forest by Sophia and Jimena. Introducing Luna, played by Sophia, and Cinnamon, played by Jimena.
Once upon a time, in a magical forest, there were two girls named Luna and Cinnamon. One day that they saw each other at the movies. After the movies, the girls went to the park. While running and playing, they fell into a trap. The trap was a cave filled with leaves and dirt. While trying to get out, Luna noticed there was a hidden trail covered in glitter. They followed the glitter trail and saw a bright light. They found another magical forest. They saw that the forest was full of flowers, lights, candy, glitter, rabbits, and bunnies. As they were exploring, they saw all the pretty colors and lights, and they decided to put on a fashion show for all the magical forest animals. After the fashion show, the girls decided they never wanted to leave this magical forest, so they found a really tall and round tree and turned it into a cottage. While in the magical forest, Cinnamon got ice magic, and Luna got nature powers. Cinnamon wanted to use her nature powers to make the house, so Luna wanted to use her ice powers to build the house. They both argued. While arguing, one of their bunnies got hurt. Luna and Cinnamon were really scared. With magic ice, Luna made an ice pack to help the bunny. The bunny felt better. Then both Luna and Cinnamon agreed to use both of their powers to make their house, and they lived happily ever after. The end.
Welcome to our Discovery Puppet. Our next show is The Trash Run by Alex and Luke, introducing Fred Pitt, played by Alex, and Forky, played by Luke.
Once upon a time in a mansion, there was a puppet named Fred. Fred was a nice puppet. However, a long time ago, Fred drank a forbidden potion and grew really, really long arms. One night, Fred was taking out the trash and noticed there was some movement at the bottom of the trash can. He saw a blue hat. Fred grabbed the item and noticed it's a spork. It comes to life and it says, "My name is Forky. Do you want to be friends?" Fred was surprised and dropped Forky on the floor. Fred calmed down and said, "Yes, I want to be friends. Let's go inside." When they went inside, they saw purple flashing lights in the garbage can. They went over to look inside and got sucked in. Fred shouted, "Ruh-roh!" And Forky said, "Trash?" The new friends got separated. Fred landed in the ancient ruins, and Forky landed in video game land. In order to get back to each other, they had to overcome many obstacles and survive many traps. Their final obstacle to make it back to the real world is to conquer the trash can dragon. They both defeated the dragon, yay! And magically appeared back in the house. The end.
Next, we have a story written by Riley and Baisley, introducing Super Blaze, played by Baisley, and Reggio, played by Riley.
A brief intro. One rainy day in the city. One man. One superhero mutant. One defeat. One win. One meteor. To a villain. To a good guy. One rainy day in the city, Super Blaze was flying around the city looking for crime. All of a sudden, Blaze hears a loud boom. One of Blaze's superpowers was a sense of direction. He always knew where to go just by the sound. When Super Blaze arrived to the loud boom, he saw a large figure shoot out of the meteor. Reggio, the mutant, had shot out of the meteor. Super Blaze flew around, trying to track him down. He finally saw him and used his magic powers to sting him with his long superhero tail. Ah! Blaze's powerful sting made it so Reggio couldn't use his powers for 1 whole week. Reggio has now lost his powers for 1 week, but his regeneration is gone permanently. When Blaze found him, a UFO dropped a rock. They touched it, and their powers came back. Reggio and Blaze got their superpowers back. They became best friends for the rest of eternity. The end. Loch Ness. What is Loch Ness?
Up next, we have the true story of Loch Ness and Jaws by Isaac and Joshua, introducing Loch Ness, played by Isaac, and Jaws, played by Joshua.
One stormy night, Loch Ness. The Loch Ness monster was swimming around in an ocean off the shore of Scotland. As Loch Ness was swimming around, he got tangled up in a fishing line. Loch Ness got scared and tried really hard to swim away, but the fishing line kept getting him more tangled up. Jaws, the shark, who was hunting nearby for food, heard the loud sounds of Loch Ness. Jaws knew it was Loch Ness because Loch Ness is always trying to steal his food. Jaws goes to see what the loud noise is all about and sees Loch Ness is tangled in a fishing line. Jaws felt bad that Loch Ness was tangled up, so he decided to be nice and try to free him from the fishing line. As Jaws was chewing the line off of Loch Ness, he accidentally bit Loch Ness's leg. Scared and hurt, Loch Ness swims as fast as he can away from Jaws and hides in a cave. Jaws feels bad about fighting Loch Ness, that he helps him feel better by bringing him his last bit of food. Loch Ness is nervous, but he takes the food and realizes Jaws is really friendly. Loch Ness attempts to say sorry for always trying to take Jaws' food. But there is not a lot of food for Loch Ness to eat. Being a good friend, Loch Ness takes Jaws to a secret part of the ocean where there is a lot of food. They lived and ate happily ever after. The end.
And now a show called Stuck in a Pickle, written by Cato, Oakley, and Sylvia, introducing Super Cato, played by Cato, Bunny, played by Sylvia, and Mike, played by Oakley.
You're having Amber substitute for Sylvia because she's not here today. You can see if you want. You don't have to look.
Once there was a superhero named Super Cato. He was brave, nice, and a funny guy, except to the bad guys. He was mean to them. He also likes puns, catchphrases, and pickles. One day, he was playing Among Us, and then he got an alarm from the Cato computer. So he grabbed a pickle and went down to check on the suspicious activity. Meanwhile, at the bank, Mike was on the phone with a customer, while Bunny was waiting in line to speak with Mike. All of a sudden, some bad guys came and started shaking the bank to shake some money out. After a few more minutes, the walls of the bank began to crack. Mike and Bunny ran under a desk and found a jar of pickles. They opened the jar and began eating them. Super Cato looked on the Super Cato computer and saw the jar of pickles. Super Cato jumped out of his chair to eat the jar of pickles. Super Cato zoomed to the bank to stop the bad guys. While Super Cato was eating a pickle, he turned his head to one of the bad guys and said, "Ooh." The guy fell to the ground and went, "Ah! Ah!" Mike and Bunny rolled out from under the desk and began sweeping the bad guys into the sewer. But one guy escaped with a pickle. The Super Cato whacked him with his pickle. Mike and Bunny say, "Thank you, Super Cato. We were stuck in a pickle." And they hugged. Mike, Bunny, and Super Cato went back to his lair and played Among Us. The end.
They were fighting over a pickle. Next, we have a mystery called The Missing Remote by Javier and Manuel. Introducing Giggles, played by Javier, and Gio Charisma, played by Manuel.
One day in Puppet World, there were two friends, Pickle and Futurismo. They were hanging out in a tall house. But this house was no normal house. It was a high-tech house. This house had loud music, flashing lights, and video games. One day, while working on a school project, really loud music turned on. They were startled and surprised. They went to check the music room, and nothing was turned on. They were confused. They decided to go look around for a person. They didn't know who, but anyone who looked suspicious. Walking around the neighborhood, they asked everyone they saw if they had it turned it on, and they all said no. But then they saw a strange man with the remote. They knew it was him. Giggles and Futurismo decided to put on a disguise and go and talk to him. They asked, "Did you turn that loud music on?" And he said, "Yes." And they will never know it was me. Ha 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 ha. Giggles and Futurismo took off their disguises and shocked the strange man. They told him to give the remote back to them, and they beat him up. They took the remote and turned down the music and went back to peacefully working on their school project. The end.
And last but not least, we have the Healers, created by Shelby and Isabella, introducing Sunflower, played by Shelby, and Unicorn, played by Isabella.
Once upon a time, in a rainbow cottage in the forest, there were two girls, Sunflower and Unicorn, who were playing in their backyard. Unicorn is 8, and Sunflower is 11. Sunflower had a big head, so she can see flowers that need help, and Unicorn has good ears, so she can hear flowers that need help. The two girls were playing tag. Sunflower and Unicorn decided to go inside their rainbow cottage and have some rainbow stew. They finished eating, and Unicorn heard a flower calling for help. So they went on a mission to help the flower. Unicorn helped Sunflower find the directions where to go. The girls found the flower in a pond due to the high winds. Sunflower scooped up the flower and went back to the rainbow cottage. When they arrived, Unicorn grabbed all the supplies they needed to help the hurt flower. It took a while, but the flower got better. Yay! Now she has no broken hand again. Unicorn and Sunflower heard the flower shout, but this time she had a broken leg. "Let's go save her again," the girls had asked the flower what had happened this time. She said a muddy puppy doing the floss bit her. The girls went to find the puppy. Sunflower said when she saw the puppy,
I have big muscles. You don't want to take my dark side. I will corrupt you.
Then they went back home to their rainbow cottage and ate some chocolate. The end.
Thank you for watching our puppet play. We hope you had a great time.